South Asia, when I see South Asia, it's a broad term. It's supposed to be unifying. It's supposed to, build solidarity, connect whatever it is that connects us all who, migrated or have ancestry from India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, all those areas down there. There's a whole list. I'm not going to list them off because I'll miss one. But, there is that part. But then there's also that part with people who actually identify with that term or can relate to that term and say, oh, you're South Asian, I get what that means. They automatically assume, okay, India, Hindu, Hindi, elephants, curry, right? That's what they get, right? You don't really get anything further than that. And so me being, a Sri Lankan, Tamil, that doesn't really fall into that mix, right? So it's a catch-22. So there's a benefit of, getting solidarity from a community that's you can relate to a lot of aspects, a lot of cultural pieces can connect. But then there's also that part that, you sometimes get shafted, you sometimes don't get represented, and you lose that diversity of voices when you see a community as homogenous when it's not.
I guess South Asia in my life comes to me in the form of my family and my friends. And a lot of my friends who identify as South Asian are actually mixed race. So a lot of especially because to tell you where I'm from, my family is from Trinidad, so we're Indo-Caribbean. And I feel like Indo-Caribbean people are sort of what some of the people that Ram was talking about who often get left out when we conceptualize South Asia as only belonging to the subcontinent. We often forget diasporic peoples who've been forcibly removed for so many reasons. And that's definitely relatable for me and my family and my background. So yeah, and within Trinidad, South Asians are super mixed up with everything and everyone. So for me, my friends and family are super diverse, I guess.
So when I think of South Asia, I grew up, my family's Indian. Well, my dad is Indian, my mom's Dutch. And so it was a constant challenge for me as a young person and as an adult where people would always, within my family and outside, be like, well, you're not really South Asian or you're not really Indian. And I'm light-skinned, so that I definitely carry a lot of privilege around that piece. And so what does that mean? And it's a constant negotiation and also the space I take up and thinking about that. Also, my grandmother is from Trinidad, and so it's definitely constantly also hearing the racism within my family, within ourselves, even talking about she's my step-grandmother, but she's my grandmother. And growing up with her since I was a child, and then hearing what that meant for her to be considered South Asian. And so it's definitely something that is a constant question in my own life. Yeah. But I think it's, for me, like, honestly, it's the hand gestures sometimes. It's the way that we talk to each other in my family. It's the way that the smell in the apartment building where I grew up smells like South Asia to me. Like, the smell of certain foods smell like my family. And the hand gestures especially remind me of my grandmother and my aunties. So there's certain things that just are family.